situation. So certainly a welcome sight for Doc Rivers. KG offensive.
Yep. Let's check in with Lisa Salters.
Hey, Mike, well, I asked Doc Rivers how they got back in it in that first half. And he joked with me and said, we all got into the yoga position of downward dog just so we could breathe and relax a little bit. He said, seriously, though, we just slowed the game down. We stopped turning the ball over. We stopped trying to do it individually and play together. I asked him what he said to his guys in the locker room about the importance of getting it done, ending this series here today. And he said, we didn't talk about that at all. It's about our play. If we play right, that'll take care of itself. We've got to focus on the process.
Lisa, yoga talk here during the NBA playoffs. We'll have a look into Pilates later on in the third quarter.
And one of the ways the Celtics got back into the game was the Heat turned the ball over just like the Celtics did in quarter number 2.
Ray Allen and Paul Pierce both with 3 fouls. Neither played a heck of a lot. About 13 minutes each as Arroyo knocks down the shot. 13 minutes each in that first half for Boston.
That's good patience by Dwyane Wade, not trying to do too much. At some point, he's going to need other guys to make shots. Well, start early on. Get him the basketball, and Arroyo stepped in rhythm.
Wade had 8 assists in Game 3. He's got 4 here this afternoon. Pierce. And Arroyo will bring it up. Allen stays on Wade, even with the 3 fouls. Richardson had that hot start. Had 13 points in the first quarter, didn't score in the second. O'Neal, can he get one to go? Still no. He did have a dunk. And his shooting woes are just off the charts. Richardson looking to post up now on Allen. A quick spin move, blocked by Perkins, and Garnett, his 6th rebound. Here comes Rondo, 3-on-1. Pierce gets it and throws it down.
That's good transition offense by the Celtics, but there's no way you only have one guy back in transition. Carlos Arroyo was left by himself to defend in transition. You've got to prevent those layups.
Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Wade gets the post, and Wade throws it down at the other end. Rondo finding the seams, count it, and a foul. Pretty play from Rondo, and he's in double figures with 11.
This is actually a bad pass on the other end of Dwyane Wade, but give him credit. Chasing down the basketball, the ability to catch and finish. Then on the other end, Rondo, the little teardrop floater, the hit on the arm of Carlos Arroyo is certainly a foul. Arroyo now compounds that and picks up a technical foul.
But I think it's a double technical with Arroyo and Rondo. Arroyo still arguing with Billy Kennedy. Quentin Richardson trying to keep him away. So they won't shoot any technical free throws on a double technical. Instead, Rondo will shoot 1 shot on the personal foul.
Why don't you shoot the double technicals, but you do shoot the individual technicals?
Interesting point.
Now you're making sense.
Every once in a while.
I agree. Why not let both guys shoot technical fouls? Now you're making sense. It's rubbing off.
What's rubbing off? My craziness to you, or your sense of like smarts on me?
See, I was giving Mike credit. I wasn't saying really me. I was saying Mike.
5-point game here early in the third. Arroyo lost his balance, got it to Beasley. Beasley likes switching to that right hand, but a poor attempt. Shot clock at 1. They're not going to get it off in time. And a 24-second violation.
See, if you're Beasley, you can't flip that thing up with your right hand. Sometimes you just have to go through the contact. You cannot slide around it. Right here, momentum, you got to go up and through Garnett right there. And put the onus on the officials to call it or just try to power it through. That flipping inside, not always going to get it done.
That's the second time he's tried one of those shots, both ineffective. Pierce nails it. And it just keeps saying, now he didn't play a lot because of foul trouble, but he looks like he's really starting to get in that rhythm.
Oh, you can tell when you look at him offensively, the things he's able to do, there's no answer for it. With his size and strength, ability to score in a variety of ways.
Arroyo, a couple of field goals here in the third, and it's back to 5.
You know, Arroyo, and Mark can attest to this, he's a very good pick-and-roll player. He knows how to play pick-and-roll basketball.
Garnett from outside. Kevin Garnett now 6 of 9 from the field.
Not only when you talk about Arroyo, he also is a big-time competitor. Here's a guy that's had success. I think sometimes you can lose your confidence and lose some of your swagger or energy on the floor.
Let's listen to Doc Rivers' halftime message to his team.
When you're trying to win a world championship, when you're trying to win a game, a playoff game, it should not be easy, and you can't expect it to be easy. You got to get your hands dirty, and you got to go get it. You have to go get it. All right?
Wade got hit as he goes to the basket. Shot won't go. He's a little shaken up.
And Mike, can we go back to the play where the ball got deflected? Wade made a nice bounce pass to Beasley, and then Beasley, again, instead of going up strong, dished it to O'Neal, who then tried to kick it out on the perimeter. You got to have guys inside who are going to go up through people and either draw fouls or finish. It's hard enough to get the ball into the paint. If you don't get anything out of it time and time again, that's how they can push out on you more and more on the perimeter.
Yeah, that was the problem the first couple of games, not getting into the paint. They had 30 points in the paint in the first half here in game 4. As Wade will go to the free throw line. Arroyo and Rondo are still yapping at each other. They got to be careful. Second technical is an automatic ejection. Quentin Richardson pretty much telling Arroyo to shut up.
No, when I'm looking at both of these guys, I think he's also telling them, hey, you a bad dude. I've watched your work. Now, we've got to step up and make plays and take pressure off of number 3. He can't be the only guy out here ready to attack and make plays.
You just said that to Jeff last week. You're a bad dude. I've watched your work.
Yeah, he was always pumping me up like that when I was coaching him.
5-point Miami lead. Ball poked away by Richardson. Richardson trying to post up. Wade on the drive. On the pull-up. Tough shot. Knocks it down. 22 for Wade. He's back up by 7. The only lead the Celtics have had was when they scored the first bucket of the game. They've trailed by as many as 18. Garnett. Not that time. Beasley trying to post up down the other end. O'Neal. Perkins called for the foul. He's upset. That's 4 on Perkins. It looked like he may have gone straight up on this one. He certainly feels that way.
That's a bump.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah. So O'Neal to the line. Jermaine O'Neal came into this game 5 of 31 from the field. He has just, I can't even imagine the kind of numbers, historic numbers in a playoff series. Even the Kangaroo Kid had a bad playoff series, and Eddie Conlon as well. But it has been a struggle to the point where he's not playing down the stretch. He didn't play at all in the 4th quarter of game 3. Wow. And he's hearing some boos.
That's not going to help him.
And then he commits a foul down the other end on a reach-in. So O'Neal picks up the personal.
See, if I was a fan, I may boo lack of effort, but I wouldn't boo a guy missing shots. He's not trying to miss shots.
And you see the shooting numbers, just disastrous.
I don't agree with that. If a guy's not getting it done. If I go to a concert and the guy's not hitting notes, I'm booing.
That's where we're different.
Pirece, that's where you're different. Wait, the rebound.
If Bruce Springsteen is giving his best and Born in the USA, I'm going to say, hey, Bruce, good job, bad night.
Wade, bank shot won't go. Garnett poked away, but it goes right to Perkins. Ray Allen fires away. That's good. And the Celtics continue their climb back. It's a 4-point game again. Allen just his second field goal. He's been in foul problems. Richardson steps back, nails a three. Quentin Richardson, his fourth three-pointer of the game. Had that hot start. Garnett inside to Perkins, blocked by O'Neal. The boos turned to cheers on that defensive play. Perkins and O'Neal battling. Richardson rushed that one. Pace is picked up here in the third. Rondo goes at Arroyo, reversal, he banks it in. He just plays with such poise and confidence, plays it at his own pace right now.
Does a good job of picking and choosing when to be aggressive offensively and when to be a facilitator for everybody else on the floor.
He's their leading scorer today with 14. Arroyo left open. 5 minutes remain in the third. Rondo to Garnett. Garnett with the finish, and it's a three-point game. Timeout, Miami. Kevin Garnett and the Celtics trying to come back from 18 down in the first half. Their point guard leading the way, Mark Jackson.
Getting it done, singing the old song, help me Rondo, help me Rondo. The blow by Carlos Arroyo, the ability to finish at the cup. Outstanding job. And then you need another basket. I'm going to make a play for the big ticket. Drops it off, and then KG does the rest. Heat up three.
LeBron James and the Cavaliers playing game 4 in Chicago. They lead it 2-1 in that series. That's next.
The NBA playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by the 2010 Lincoln NKS. Lincoln, reach higher.
Back in Miami, the Heat's lead once 18, cut to 3. They played with desperation to start the game, desperate like a team to try and avoid elimination. They need to continue it here in the second half.
Right. If you want to win, you run back. And it's not going great. You see 4 guys on the Heat. How many are sprinting? I say 1, Quentin Richardson. The other 3 guys, Beasley, O'Neal, Wade, in a jog. And then one-on-one. Everybody should be seeing Rondo. Jermaine O'Neal, you're the low man. You got to step over, help, and block that shot. You can't leave Carlos Arroyo on an island by himself.
That's why when I looked at this Heat team, if I'm going down and I'm Eric Spoelstra, I'm going down with Udonis Haslem on the floor. That's one guy that I don't have to coach energy and effort. I can live with his mistakes because he's going to leave it on the floor.
And he's on the floor now. Haslem coming off the bench this season. Wade. Good defense from Ray Allen. Shot clock at 5. Wade gets it inside. Haslem won't go.
And Mike Haslem's a free agent at the end of this year as well. And he's not going to be paid big, but this guy can be a component on a championship-level team. And I think those championship-level teams need to take a big, long look at this guy.
Allen hits a 3. Haslem was a component on that championship team here in 2006. He's such a workhorse, and they love him here. He's a Miami native. He's very big in the community. So much charity work, he wants to stay, but who knows? As Arroyo misses, Perkins the rebound. The Celtics have come all the way back to tie the game. Rondo banks it in, and it's their first lead since 2-0. All the way back from 18 down.
You think about it. Here's a guy who doesn't shoot it outside 18 feet. So you think it would be hard for him to get to the basket. He gets it there easily.
Richardson tries another. Way off the mark, and Perkins the rebound. Rondo with 16 points. Goes right at Arroyo. But the pass deflected nicely.
And this is where Miami's will has to stay strong. You can't have any give.
Oh, Wade! No give there. There's an answer.
This is, again, Good crossover. Rondo's help. Garnett's late help. And Wade puts it down.
You know, for all his ability, his talent, and his skill, he is one of the top competitors since he's been in the league. Greg Popovich has always talked about he's the player that reminds him so much of Michael Jordan in terms of his competitive fire. Kobe Bryant's another one thrown in there. And as you were just saying that about how they could easily lose their will, it's almost like he senses the moment. Something has to happen here to bring us back, and he does it right there. As we talked about a bunch of times, this could be Wade's final game with the Heat. He can opt out, and he said he will. He'll test the free agent market. He's expressed his desire to stay here, but you never know. As Rondo drives, draws the foul on Haslem. And he'll go to the free throw line. Haslem disagrees, as does Spoelstra. 3 fouls on Udonis Haslem.
That's a good call. After he's already picked up the ball going in his shooting motion, Haslem sliding under him. Rondo's trying to avoid the contact by sliding to his right.
You're the Heat players. You have to do a better job of containing Rondo. Find a way to force him to be a jump shooter. He's getting into the paint area too often in this half.
Again, remember last year, that first-round playoff series against Chicago, Kevin Garnett was out. Rondo had 3 triple-doubles in the 7 games against Chicago. 3 triple-doubles total in the playoffs, averaged 17 a game, nearly 10 assists and 10 rebounds, 2.5 steals. He played almost the entire game, it seemed, night after night. He is turning into one of the best point guards in the NBA. Chalmers is in. Rondo pokes it away. Allen comes up with it. Rondo right back to Allen and the layup. He started it at one end with a steal and then sets up his teammates and the Celtics by 4. Timeout, Miami. And the crowd has gone quiet on this 13-2 run. Celtics want to take care of business, take care of this series right here this afternoon.
Rondo doing a little bit of everything on both ends of the floor. Active hands, comes up with the steal. If you're Ray Allen, get it back to him. Trust that he's going to make the right decision. On-point pass to Ray Allen in transition. It's been Rondo putting on a clinic on both ends of the floor in this third quarter.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Boston Celtics, after trailing by 18, now with a 4-point lead, 2:45 remaining. Here in what could be a closeout game to complete the sweep. Rajon Rondo has been superb once again. His coach raving about the type of season he's had.
It's tough to go back and find a point guard like him that didn't have a shot. He's improved his shot, but be this effective. And he dominates games sometimes without even taking shots. I think the switch Rondo has made since Paul and Ray and Kevin have come back healthy now, and they're all ready to play, is, there were parts of the year where he had to score for us. Now he just has to do the utility things and do everything.
And he's fine with it, and that's what you talked about earlier, Jeff, and that's what you're so impressed with. You see, somehow at his size, he not only gets inside, he gets off quality shots inside.
Yeah, I think it's the speed, the change of speeds, and then he has a knack for being able to get the ball up before the help gets there.
He's only 6'1". Quentin Richardson the drive and gets the roll. Richardson having his best game offensively here in the series with 18. Coming up on the 2-minute mark, third quarter. Anxious moments for the Heat crowd as they've seen this big lead disappear. Pirece jump shot. Beasley and Haslem grab the rebound. Wade throws it. It's about the third row, and then they call an offensive foul. after the turnover. Wade knocking down Davis, picking up his second. Wade talking with Billy Kennedy right there.
The point Wade making, he says, hey, it's just like when Haslem was called for the block. He moved while Rondo was in the air. He felt like Glen Davis did the same exact thing.
Wade now on Rondo. Haslem battling Garnett. Pirece trying to find an opening. Garnett, good open look, nails it. Kevin Garnett, 8 of 12 from the field. And the Celtics back up by 4.
And that's very good patience offensively. Fronting of the low post, go to a high pick and roll, and then find the open Garnett.
Beasley, the pull-up shot. If he can put the total game together with the focus, the concentration, the intensity, he is such a natural, talented scorer. The guy's ability to put the ball in the basket. That's what can be so frustrating as Pirece knocks down the three-pointer, and it's a 5-point lead for the Celtics.
Part of the problem, you make that point about Beasley. You don't want to be making that same statement 10 years from now. At some point, you have to get it. There's no explanation. He's too good to be just another guy on the floor.
Wade tried the alley-oop. Haslem mistimed his jump, and 13th turnover for the Heat.
How many guys get it later?
Later on in their career?
Yeah, I mean, how many guys, if you're saying right now he doesn't, how many guys get it in year 5 or year 6 if they haven't gotten it early?
I don't think that happens. I think you're an older guy sitting on the couch saying, I could have been this.
Rondo left open. Rajon Rondo having a superb game, and it's a 7-point lead. 20 points, 8 assists, a couple of steals as well, and this the largest lead of the game for the Celtics. Wade for 3, answers back. He does it again. Every time they need a big bucket, Wade supplies it.
But even though it went in, that was poor clock management. He had the last shot. He took it at 14 seconds.
Here's a chance to take a foul if you're the Heat.
Oh, Pirece comes right back with a 2-pointer. Emphasize your point there, Jeff, as Chalmers launches it. And that will end the 3rd period. The Boston Celtics have come back from 18 down and will head to the 4th quarter up by 6. Celtics trying to close out this first-round series. The Heat, who might have a huge summer revamping of their roster, trying to extend their season. And as we head to the 4th at 77-71, this presentation of the NBA playoffs at ABC will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Arena where the Heat are down by 6. Eric, what has changed in the game since when you guys were up by 18?
Well, we're being measured right now mentally, and that's the last hurdle we have to get over to get this game.
How much of this 4th quarter is just going to be about will?
It's going to be a lot about our mental stability and toughness going down the stretch.
All right, thanks for your time. Mike?
Well, 3 games in the regular season. They got swept in the regular season and in the postseason here so far. And you see the 3rd quarter, what a turnaround for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by as many as 18. Now great ball movement, high percentage shots, knocking them down. The Heat have been in a lot of the games against the Boston Celtics this year. They just can't beat them. Lost all 3 regular season, the first 3 games of this series. And once again, going to come down to the 4th quarter. Wade hits the shot. 29 for Wade.
And really, their turnovers, Miami's turnovers and their poor free throw shooting have really got them in a hole.
Rondo keeps his dribble. Now drives, flips it high off the glass, and just rolls off. Davis battling down low. And we're going to have a held ball.
See, to me, though, that's the difference between Michael Beasley on the floor and Jermaine O'Neal on the floor and Haslem and Joel Anthony. It's just a different level of spirit and effort. And comes to block, Wade comes to block, and now look at the two big guys. They're the first ones on the ground. They're not waiting.
And here's the thing that really bothers me even more so. If it was a 2-on-2, those other two guys would destroy these guys as far as talent-wise. But these two guys get it done because of their passion and commitment to do whatever it takes.
Anthony wins the tip. Darrell Wright, Chalmers, Haslem, Anthony, and Wade on the floor right now for the Heat. Trying to make sure it's not the final quarter of the season. Wade again nails a three, and it's a one-point game. 32 for Dwyane Wade. He will not go quietly here this afternoon.
And Eric Spoelstra wanted them to be in zone, and 3 guys were in zone, and 2 guys were in man.
Foul on Haslem.
This is good screen by Haslem, re-screening, and that's just a big-time shot by a big-time player. Coming off to his left, the balance, that's well defended. Sticks his follow-through. That's beautiful to watch.
He has their last 8 points. As Rasheed Wallace will shoot. Haslem's foul, his 4th.
Like, you look at those numbers for Wade. Those numbers are, they are incredible. He's averaging nearly 30 points a game in this series on 58% shooting by a guard.
And against the defense that often he sees double teams. I mean, he's obviously the #1 guy they defend against as Haslem gets the rebound.
And if LeBron James wasn't a free agent, Dwyane Wade still allows you to clear space. If it was just Dwyane Wade being a free agent this year, he's an explanation to clear space. He's that good.
Wade again. Puts it in. Wade lighting it up. Miami back up by 1. 35 points.
And the Celtics bench has let them down.
And a foul on Darrell Wright as he knocks down Pirece.
I don't really know if it's the Celtic bench. This is just outstanding offense by Dwyane Wade. You're talking about spectacular plays. Give him credit. Pick and roll. Allen fights over. That's a tough shot. Here's my thing. If I'm Doc Rivers, at some point, I'm double teaming, forcing somebody else to make a play. You've proven yourself, Mr. Wade.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got to be up if you're the big man, more to take the rhythm out of that jump shot.
Pirece, good help from Anthony, but he finds Wallace. Celtics really being very patient offensively and finding the open man.
And I like Doc Rivers going back to Ray Allen early in this quarter because Ray Allen has done a good job on Wade.
And Kevin Garnett stands up and tells his team, look, when he comes off the screen, let's trap it. Let's get the ball out of his hand.
Chalmers, that's a three. 82-80. Miami battling back after blowing an 18-point lead. Boy, you gotta love their fight here. Down 0-3, blew the huge lead, and here they are battling to keep their season alive.
And that's the power of the three-point shot, too.
Wallace can't connect. Wade the rebound. Wade kicks it out to Haslem. Tough shot from Haslem. Joel Anthony had it. Gets it back. Wade for three. Bang! What a performance from Dwyane Wade. 38 points. Timeout Boston.
You talk about Wade, give me the basketball and get out of my way. You know the rules. Hand down, man down. Enjoying his zone. Have a good time, Mr. Wade. Thank you for the clinic.
Right on TNT, couple of game 4s, Dallas at San Antonio, Denver at Utah, NBA TV Monday, Atlanta and Milwaukee. And then next Sunday, maybe some game 7s, maybe some game 1s. We'll have to wait and see what happens, including what happens here this afternoon. The Heat facing elimination, the end of their season. But they are fighting back, led by the extraordinary Dwyane Wade. As we look at our GNC Sierra game track, 38 points for Wade. He's hit 3 for 3 from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the Miami Heat showing some real heart here this afternoon.
He cleared the beach, Mike. The beach is empty. This is one of the greatest performances you'll ever see with a team down. There's every reason to give in, give up. This guy is just so good. It's almost like you take it for granted. I almost stormed the court right there.
Pirece. Celtics have been able to answer throughout this series. At that time, a turnover. 15 Boston turnovers, 9 coming in that first period. Right to Wade. Wade falling away. He's human. Haslem the rebound. A new 24.
Yeah, but the extra effort by Joel Anthony to get Wade the last 3. And then Udonis Haslem there.
Chalmers drives, lost it. And they say last touch by Boston. Miami will inbound with 9 left on the 24.
And give Eric Spoelstra a lot of credit. Last game took Dwyane Wade out to start the fourth quarter. This game, he says, no way. I'm going down with my horses. Leaves them in the ball game, and Wade has responded.
Chalmers off the inbounds, right into the hands of Wade. Wade fakes, fires, draws the foul. Almost a 4-point opportunity. Instead, he'll shoot 3 free throws. Ray Allen not happy with the call. Neither is Doc Rivers, but Wade will shoot. 4 on Allen.
Well, when Wade pulls up going to his left, he oftentimes pumps fakes. I couldn't tell right there if that's a good call. That's a tough call. Because I think the Celtics throughout the series have done a great job of staying down on that hard pump fake off the dribble when Wade has gone to his left.
Will this be his final game in a Miami Heat uniform? He's doing everything possible to make sure it doesn't happen. He's being cheered on by his mom, Jolinda, who's been going crazy here in the stands watching her son put on just an extraordinary performance.
I was telling Mark at the break, if I was his mom, I'd be rushing the court right now. That's my boy. Everyone would know I'm his mother.
Oh, and Wade's a guy that actually bought his mom, as well documented, a church. And you can tell she's over there fully in prayer. And he has responded.
You see the jewelry, that's the 2006 championship ring that's on her finger. Wade has 17 of their last 20 points, 41 for the game. And the Heat back up by 8. A 14-point turnaround here in the fourth quarter.
See, and Wade's guarding Rondo right now and giving help off of Rondo as Rondo wins the loose ball battle.
Rondo gets inside, blocked by Anthony. Joel Anthony, very big performance, huge minutes off the bench. Wade kicks it out for Chalmers. Chalmers on the drive. Pull-up jump shot. Can't hit. Perkins the rebound. Still plenty of time remaining. Pirece. Offensive foul as he pushed Chalmers down. Paul Pirece picks up his 4th. So Pirece, Perkins, and Ray Allen all with 4 fouls.
If I'm the Heat, the way that the Celtics are playing pick and rolls right now, looking to trap and get the ball out of Wade's hands, I'd much rather a 1-4 set where Ray Allen is defending him one-on-one at the top of the key and give Wade space to make a play.
And I might trap him earlier, even if they do that. There's no way he's going to be the shooter right now. I'm going to make it go to Chalmers, Wright, Haslem, or Anthony. I can't live with him shooting the ball right now.
Wade's season high during the regular season was 44 against the Celtics. Chalmers on the drive. Nice banker, Mario Chalmers. And it's a 10-point Miami lead. Wade guarding Rondo. Wade, the only starter out there right now for Miami. Garnett, the high release. Kevin Garnett's had a terrific game as well. 18 and 9. Everything paling in comparison to Wade. But the Celtics' balance has been exactly what they love. Wade to Haslem. Foul call against Rondo, trying to fight over the screen. Rondo picks up his second.
Talk about Chalmers putting the ball on the floor. Good job of being aggressive and attacking, not allowing them to play 1-on-5. And Miss Wade says, that's what I'm talking about. Help my baby.
Wade again. That's another three. What an explosion from Dwyane Wade. 44 points. 17 here in the fourth quarter, and there's still 6 minutes to play.
And he's missed free throws tonight, too. Plus, he's been very disruptive off Rondo.
Ball through the hands of Perkins out to Ray Allen. Allen calmly puts up the three. That won't go. And the shots are not falling right now, as we've got a loose ball foul against the Heat. And the way it goes down.
Darrell Anthony's hobbled. Darrell Wright, I'm sorry, is hobbled a little bit. And Quentin Richardson already went into the
timeout. Let's take a breath. Wow.
This is a thing of beauty. You talk about Wade, Ray Allen playing him, falls asleep, knocks down the jumper, and look at that. Mama, there goes that man.
Coming up, the second game of our doubleheader. Derrick Rose and the Bulls got that win in Game 3. Game 4 from Chicago. The Cavs still lead it 2-1. Rose has been special as they look who's primed to perform, presented by Gatorade. Some great individual performances in that series. LeBron James and Derrick Rose. That game coming up next. But you want to talk about a special player leading his team, willing his team in what could be an elimination game. Dwyane Wade, just a remarkable performance. Allen sees an opening, kicks it out. Rondo for three. That's a one. His second three-pointer of the game.
That's a shot you can live with. Dwyane Wade is playing great defense, not just offensively, but he's not allowing Rondo to beat him on Rondo's terms. He's forcing him to beat him with the jump shot.
Wade doesn't go, but he'll go to the line. This is the most points he's ever scored in a playoff game. He's got 44. It's the most points in the 2010 playoffs so far. Jason Richardson and Carmelo Anthony each had 42-point games. 17 of them have come here in the fourth quarter.
And people talk about, and Coach, I'm sure you've been involved with this, people talk about how great players make others around them better. And you think, okay, well, how do they do that? By making plays for them? You can't minimize just that side of it, because this is a team that needed a boost. And Dwyane Wade, in all of his greatness, made guys around him better because he inspired them to believe that we have a chance to win this game.
Right, down 6, going into the fourth. If he wasn't on the floor, I think it would have gone the other way, and it would have gone that way quickly. But because he went 2-point jump shot, then 3-point jump shot, then another 3 right off the bat. Now they're playing with a cushion.
Again, we talk so much about Dwyane Wade and his skills and his talent, but his passion and his hatred of losing was such a big part, maybe his #1 strength. Doesn't care they're down 0-3, just battles, and again, what could be his final game in a Heat uniform.
But, Mike, it's also, think about what he was when he came into this league. He was a driver-slasher with a questionable jump shot. And now you're seeing a guy who's shooting the ball so much better because of the work he put in with Eric Spoelstra when Spoelstra was an assistant.
And it's not like we haven't seen this type of performances from him before. The finals in 06, when he averaged almost 35 a game to bring the Heat their championship. Darrell Wright, line drive jumper, back to 11 with 4:40 to play.
And what the Celtics went to right away is when Dwyane Wade brought the ball over half court, they looked to trap him. Other guys have to be aggressive offensively, and Wright made them pay.
Rondo, open look. Haslem the rebound.
But going back to Mark's point, Wade is roaming, taking Allen out of catch and shoot plays. If that's the shot they're going to give up, they're going to be fine with that.
Haslem won't go. Anthony battling on the boards, but Perkins comes away. Still plenty of time.
And I like what the Celtics decided to do. Get that ball out of his hand.
Allen nails a three. And just like that, it's back to 8. What a wild fourth quarter. Boston led by 6 to begin the fourth period. Miami led by Dwyane Wade, and led by as many as 11, and they'll call timeout now. They've had a number of close games against the Celtics this season, 3 in the regular season. First 3 games of this series, they have not been able to close out with a victory in any of them. But Dwyane Wade trying to make sure this series heads back to Boston. A playoff career high 45, and Jolinda Wade leading the cheers here in Miami.
Playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Welcome back to Miami. The Heat with an 8-point lead with 3:49 remaining. Dwyane Wade has done it all here this afternoon.
Well, it's a jump shot clinic. 5 threes coming off the left-hand dribble. He'd rather go left into his jump shot. You're seeing balance. You're seeing a follow-through. This is not what he was able to do when he came into the league. He has improved his mechanics, his balance, and his follow-through. That's why he's such a dual threat. 5 threes, incredible performance.
Well, no question about it. Interesting substitution by Eric Spoelstra. Takes out Anthony and brings Beasley back into the ballgame.
And I think what he's trying to do is downsize, because Finley came in at the 4.
Ball last touched by Rondo. Wade saying to Beasley, be ready for that pass with 6 on the shot clock.
But I'm going to say this. I'd be happy with Udonis Haslem guarding Finley.
And I totally agree. That's why I would have kept the same lineup on the floor, because of their energy and what they were doing on the floor.
6 to shoot. Right. Beasley comes to the ball. Chalmers. Wild shot, had to put it up. Doesn't hit the rim. And Garnett the rebound. And they blew the whistle, 24-second violation.
And this is a great learning tool, teaching tool. I'm Eric Spoelstra when you talk about Beasley and Jermaine O'Neal. Guys saying, I'm struggling to find my shot. Well, guess what? Udonis Haslem and Joel Anthony gave us an opportunity to win this ball game and didn't make a shot. It wasn't about making a shot. It was about what they did, the intangibles, the little things, put us in position to move on.
Celtics, do they have one more run in them?
They have plenty of time.
Allen looking for Garnett. Wade is on him. There's the double. Ball deflected. That's what you're talking about, Mark. The little plays, little hustle plays. Wade scoring the points. But he's got 4 guys out there playing just as hard.
Doing a great job of multiple effort plays. You're talking about active hands and then willing to sacrifice your body. These type of plays put you in position to win a ball game. Outstanding energy, outstanding hustle across the board for the Heat.
Richardson comes in.
For Beasley. So now both teams are playing small with just one big on the floor.
Again, Wade on Garnett. Finley, open look. Finley hits a 3, and it's back to 5 as we approach the 3-minute mark.
And that's why I'm not playing small. I'm staying big so I don't have to trap off of shooting.
Wade has only missed 1 shot here in the fourth. 4 of 4 from downtown. Looking for the opening again. Back out Richardson. Richardson off the dribble. Looks to bank it. Won't go. Garnett the rebound. Ray Allen on the drive. Foul by Darrell Wright in the act of shooting. And he'll go to the line.
And right now, Mike, with Wade handling the ball, they're able to come up and take it out of his hands. One counter when teams are doing that to your best player is let Chalmers go back to handling and run Wade, start him on the baseline, and then bring him to the ball so that they can't see the double team coming from when he's handling the ball.
This is the first game of our doubleheader. Second one is coming up from Chicago. LeBron James and the Cavaliers up 2-1, but the Bulls an impressive victory in Game 3. Chicago will try and tie that series up. Second game coming up from the United Center. And just here this afternoon, this is the beauty of the NBA. Here's a game you come in thinking, up 3-0. This series is over. Yet you buy a ticket, you come to this arena, and you're watching just one of the most incredible performances you can possibly see in a playoff game. Dwyane Wade giving it his all, lost it out of bounds there. It just goes to show you, you never know from one night to the next, one game to the next in the NBA. But his team still has work to do to make sure they force a Game 5. It's only a 4-point game with 2.5 to play. Ray Allen. Rondo, nice ball fake, and Rondo misses the layup. Haslem the rebound, his 10th of the game. Haslem hasn't scored, but he's done what he always does for this team. Fight and fight.
We're waiting far too long to get into what they want to get into.
Chalmers. Back out to Wade. Lost it. Pierce throws it to Rondo. Rondo pass to Allen. Allen stripped by Wade, but a reach-in foul. And the Celtics can get closer with 1:50 remaining.
But I love the hustle of Darrell Wright right there. There was a turnover. This man was sprinting the floor. He wasn't running, he wasn't trotting, and he wasn't jogging. Give the effort like that, and you can live with the result.
Allen, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of the NBA. He's missed one earlier. 15 total points for Allen here today, and misses another. Both teams with multiple timeouts remaining. Celtics have a foul to give. 2 misses for Ray Allen, a 90% free throw shooter. And Dwyane Wade calls timeout. 1:46 remaining in the fourth. Is it 1:46 remaining in the Heat season? Dwyane Wade doing everything possible to make sure it doesn't happen. And the unexpected happening here. 2 missed free throws for Allen. Heat ball in a 4-point lead when we come back. 7 Eastern. Here on a Sunday afternoon on ABC, the Heat leading the Celtics 96-92 in an elimination game with 1:46 remaining. Yesterday or Friday before Game 3, when the Heat were down 0-2, Eric Spoelstra said, we have to get into the fight. They get into the fight in Game 3, but had that crushing loss. But the way they've responded here today in this 0-3 scenario is really impressive, showing their heart, led by a very special player.
Well, they've shown fight, but it's been more about the skill of Dwyane Wade. Has cut it from a 6-point deficit to a 4-point advantage, and they only have 5 seconds to get the ball across. And I'm not sure. Yeah, Chalmers finally realized it.
I think you got to do a better job of putting it in Wade's hand quicker, which they found a way to do that.
Wade to Haslem. Darrell Wright trying, 4 on the shot clock. Right shot, short. Beasley puts it in. Michael Beasley with the effort. And the lead back up, 98-92. 15 points for Beasley this afternoon. Allen on the drive. Michael Finley, short. Garnett the rebound. Nearly taken away. A little extra pushing and shoving as they battle. Let's see what the call is from Billy Kennedy. They call it a jump or a foul. They call a foul. And it's going to go against Miami. Garnett will shoot. foul is on Chalmers. Garnett, first free throw of the night. Garnett, who's had a strong game, 11 rebounds in addition to those 18 points. Game 5 will be Tuesday night in Boston if the Heat hold on.
And the free throw shooting, 2 of 7 in the fourth quarter. Ray Allen did something I'm not sure he's ever done in his NBA career, which is missed 3 straight free throws.
The winner of this series will play the winner of the Cleveland-Chicago series. Game 4 just tipping off on ESPN2 right now. As Cleveland leads it 2-1. Game 4 right now on ESPN2. It'll follow us on ABC after this one. You know, what a game we've been treated to. What a performance we've been treated to by a special player. Dwyane Wade and the Heat trying to extend their season. Fans trying to rattle Garnett. Another missed free throw as we come up on a minute remaining.
Well, I'm Udonis Haslem. I have to be ready to catch and shoot. He's been too passive off of his catches. He's a knockdown mid-range jump shooter.
Wade goes back door and a reach-in foul. They're not in the penalty. Next one. So Miami will take it out with 59.2 remaining. Wade, who had that calf injury at the end of Game 3, has been fine here this afternoon. Celtics do not need the foul yet. Still a 2-possession game. Beasley to the basket, right-handed. No! Tip won't go, and Garnett the rebound.
Dunk the ball.
Pirece pulls up. Three-pointer won't go. Tony Allen had it, lost it. Haslem with the save. Here comes Wade. Wade to the basket. And he's fouled with 34.6 remaining.
You've got to love the energy and effort of Haslem. Rather than watching the basketball go out of bounds, chases it down and throws it into Dwyane Wade. Those are winning type of plays. You want to win? Don't tell me about it. Show me you want to win. And Haslem going after the basketball, high IQ, throws it inbound. Outstanding job, and I love what Wade does. It's not time to showboat, no time for out-of-you. Put the ball down and make a play, causing Pirece to foul.
Here's Dwyane Wade, all 7 of his years in the NBA here in Miami. Won a championship in 2006, the Finals MVP, a 6-time All-Star, franchise leader in points and assists and steals. He's the face of the franchise. He has expressed a desire to stay, but he said he will test the free agent market. Well, he is rewarding the Heat fans with just an incredible performance here this afternoon.
I can't imagine him playing anyplace else.
This is the second one, but he's got 46 points, 19 in the fourth quarter. There's the man that will sign him to a contract if he stays. The Heat up by 7.
And 2, as soon as Celtics Heat is over on ABC, Cavs Bulls will replace it on ABC. Guys?
All right, Stuart, back here in Miami. 99-92, Dwyane Wade with the 19 points in the fourth and 46 for the game. As we said before, you just never know when you go into an NBA arena what you're going to see. A 3-0 game, thinking that Boston Celtics might close this one out. Series is over. But Dwyane Wade had other things in mind. This is one of the great playoff performances I've ever seen.
Especially when you talk about your team on the ropes. Looking like they had quit in them. A great player elevated the play of everybody else on the floor. Outstanding job by Wade.
Rondo. Ray Allen, quick release. Can't get it to go. Richardson outlet, and he's fouled.
And his hand is hurting. He outletted that ball. His hand was hurting. But another great disruption by Dwyane Wade coming off of Rondo to contest Ray Allen's three-point shot. And you know what? If I'm Pat Riley right after the game, I go to midcourt and retire this guy's number. I take the jersey off of him, and I string it up on a rope, and I move Hardaway and Mourning's jersey aside.
Meanwhile, Richardson has played a good game. 18 points, had that big first quarter to help the Heat get that huge early lead that they obviously needed. And Eric Spoelstra was saying before the game, we haven't figured out how to beat this team yet. Well, he got it now.
Yeah, get Wade 46.
Do something historic. He said their goal, win one game. We can handle that. We're not thinking about history and coming back from 0-3. We just need to win one game. They're on the verge of doing that right now. Pirece can't connect. Richardson the rebound, and that'll do it. There'll be a game 5 in Boston as Dwyane Wade turns in one of the more remarkable playoff performances you'll ever see. 46 points, and the Heat finally beat the Celtics. Once again, the final score, the Heat 101, the Celtics 92. It's 3-1 still in favor of Boston. Coming up next on ABC, Game 4, Cavs and Bulls from Chicago. For Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, Lisa Salters, and our entire ABC crew, this is Mike Breen saying so long from Miami. Thanks for watching the home of the NBA Finals.